Hey guys, welcome back to Blaymore, the channel where we break down weapons from video games, movies, and history to see the real stories behind them. You know the AWP. Every gamer knows the AWP. It's the most iconic sniper rifle in video game history. One shot, one kill. The ultimate power weapon. But what if I told you that this legendary rifle wasn't created by a massive weapons corporation with billions in funding? What if I told you it was built by three guys working out of a shed in the English countryside, with almost no money, competing against some of the biggest arms manufacturers in the world? And somehow, against all odds, they won. Today, we're telling the incredible true story of how the AWP was born, how it became a military legend, and how it accidentally ended up as the most famous gun in gaming history. This is the story of Accuracy International. Let's go back to the early 1980s, Britain. The Falklands War has just ended. The British military realizes they have a serious problem. Their sniper rifles are outdated, inaccurate, and unreliable in harsh conditions. They need something new. Something that can work in Arctic cold, desert heat, jungle humidity, anywhere in the world. So the Ministry of Defense announces a competition. They're looking for the next generation of sniper rifles. And every major weapons company in Europe wants that contract. We're talking about massive corporations with decades of experience, unlimited budgets, advanced research labs, government connections. This is a multi-million-pound contract that could set up a company for life. And then, out of nowhere, three guys in a shed decide they're going to compete too. Their names are Malcolm Cooper, Dave Walls, and Dave Caig. Malcolm Cooper is an Olympic gold medalist shooter. He knows precision rifles better than almost anyone alive. But he's not an engineer. He's not a manufacturer. He's just a guy who's incredibly frustrated with the rifles available to competitive shooters. Dave Walls is a mechanical engineer with experience in precision manufacturing. Dave Caig handles the business side. Together, they have an idea. What if we built a rifle from scratch, designed specifically for accuracy and reliability in extreme conditions? Not based on old military designs. Not a modification of something that already exists. A completely new approach. So they rent a literal shed in Portsmouth, England. No factory, no assembly line, no corporate backing. Just three men, some basic machining tools, and an obsession with building the perfect sniper rifle. They call their company Accuracy International. The name is ambitious. Almost absurdly ambitious for a startup operating out of a shed. But they believe in what they're building. The design they come up with is revolutionary for its time. Most military rifles use wooden or basic synthetic stocks. Accuracy International designs a modular chassis system made from aircraft-grade aluminum and reinforced polymer. It's lightweight, but incredibly rigid. It keeps the barrel stable even in freezing cold or extreme heat. The bolt action is smooth and reliable. The rifle can be field stripped and reassembled in minutes without losing zero on the scope. Everything about it is designed for real-world military use, not just shooting at paper targets on a calm day at a range. But here's the problem. Nobody takes them seriously. They're competing against companies like Parker Hale, H&K, and other established arms manufacturers with government contracts and proven track records. Accuracy International is three guys in a shed. They have no reputation, no history, no political connections. The odds are stacked against them so heavily that most people assume they'll be eliminated in the first round of testing. Then the trials begin. The British military puts every rifle through brutal tests. They freeze them, they bake them in ovens, they drag them through mud, sand, and water. They fire thousands of rounds to test reliability. And here's where everything changes. The Accuracy International rifle outperforms everything else. It's more accurate, more reliable, easier to maintain. It works in conditions where other rifles jam or lose accuracy. The military evaluators are shocked. This unknown startup just beat every major weapons company in Europe. In 1985, Accuracy International wins the contract. Their rifle is officially adopted by the British military as the L96A1. It's one of the greatest underdog stories in weapons manufacturing history. 3 guys in a shed just defeated the entire arms industry. And they did it by focusing obsessively on one thing: building the best possible rifle, not the most profitable or the easiest to manufacture. But the story doesn't end there. Accuracy International keeps improving the design. They develop new variants for different military needs. There's the Arctic Warfare version, designed specifically for extreme cold environments. There's the Arctic Warfare Magnum, chambered in more powerful cartridges for longer range. And there's the Arctic Warfare Police, a variant designed for law enforcement and counter-terrorism units. That's the AWP, the police variant. And this is where gaming enters the story. Fast forward to the late 1990s. A small team of developers is working on a mod for the game Half-Life. They're creating a tactical shooter called Counter-Strike. They need weapons for the game. So they look through real-world catalogs of military and police firearms. They see the Accuracy International Arctic Warfare Police. It's a serious-looking sniper rifle with a proven track record. They add it to the game and call it the AWP, using its real military designation. Nobody at Accuracy International knows this is happening. Nobody at Valve, the company behind Half-Life, realizes what they've just created. Counter-Strike explodes in popularity. Millions of players around the world start using the AWP. It becomes the most iconic, most feared, most legendary sniper rifle in gaming history. AWP becomes a household name in gaming culture. Players create entire strategies around it. Professional esports, players build careers mastering it. The weapon that 3 guys designed in a shed in England is now famous worldwide. Not because of military contracts, but because a video game made it a legend. And here's the beautiful irony. Accuracy International didn't pay for any of this marketing. Counter-Strike essentially gave them billions of dollars worth of free advertising. The AWP became so famous in gaming that when people talk about sniper rifles, they don't say sniper rifle, they say AWP, even if they're talking about a completely different gun. It's like how people say Kleenex instead of tissue, or Xerox instead of photocopy. The AWP became the default name for precision rifles in an entire generation of gamers. Today, Accuracy International is no longer 3 guys in a shed. They're a successful company supplying sniper rifles to militaries and law enforcement agencies in over 14 countries. The British SAS uses them. The US Marines have used them. Special forces around the world rely on them. All because 3 men refuse to accept that you need to be a giant corporation to build something exceptional. So what's the lesson here? The AWP isn't just a video game weapon. It's proof that you don't need billions in funding or decades of history to create something legendary. You need obsession with quality, willingness to compete against impossible odds, and a little bit of luck. 3 guys in a shed beat the entire arms industry, and then a video game accidentally made their creation immortal. Would you take that risk? Building something in a shed and competing against giants? Drop a comment and let me know. And if you made it this far, type Shed Legends in the comments, so I know you stayed till the end. Next video, we're breaking down another iconic gaming weapon with an insane real-world story. You don't want to miss it. Hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.